In the last section that we didn't quite cover last week, and we would have covered today had we had class, was section 3.6. And there's only two types of formulas in this section that you'll need to know. Both of them are on your formula sheet. One is the product to sum formulas, and these are on page 251 of your textbook or your ebook, and there are three of them. And it's basically plugging into the proper formula and then simplifying. There's not a whole lot to this. We don't derive them, we don't prove with them or anything. It's just simply using the formulas here, plugging in. So for the first question, and this is problem number 1 in your textbook as well, this is a product that we're going to convert to a sum, and it starts with sine of an angle, we'll call that alpha, and sine beta. And then it's just a matter of finding which of these three formulas up here does that match up with, and then plugging in the information. So that will follow, we'll call it A, sine alpha sine beta equals 1/2 bracket, and then cosine of alpha minus beta, 4 minus 2, which will give me the 2 theta, and then cosine of alpha plus beta, 4 theta plus 2 theta, and there's your answer. Let's try another one. So for this one, I have sine 4 theta times cosine 2 theta. And again, just label them out, alpha and beta, and then identify which formula that corresponds to. So this one we'll call it B down here. Corresponds to formula B because it starts with sine cosine, just like mine, sine cosine. Alpha's 4 theta, beta's 2 theta, and then I plug right into this formula. So this is 1/2 times sine of alpha plus beta, that gives me the 6 theta, plus sine, and then subtract the two angles, 4 minus 2, 2 theta. Okay, and then once again, that's all there is to that one. You don't have to distribute the 1/2. You can't add these up because the angles aren't the same. So at this point, that's as far as you go with that question. Let's try one more. And this one involves a fraction, so sometimes that freaks students out a little bit. Sine theta over 2, cosine theta over 2. And again, looking back up at the top, this has a sine cosine combination, so again, that's going to be my B. So it's basically the exact same question that you were asked before, and plugging in, only now my alpha is 3 theta over 2 and my beta is theta over 2. So it's going to be sine of, add up the two angles. They already have a common denominator, so that's just 4 theta over 2 plus sine, and then subtract the two angles. So if I subtract the two angles, I end up with 2 theta over 2. And this one you can simplify the fractions inside, so that's 1/2 times, you got to use the bracket here, sine 2 theta plus sine theta. And that's it for the product to sum. In the next video, I'll show you sum to product, and it's really not much more difficult.